Hello, you guys. I'm Ashley Morgan, and I am a holistic nutritionist, which we'll go over in a second. What's your guys' favorite food, by the way?
Pizza.
No wrong answers. Pizza? Mine's tacos.
Yeah.
It's all good. Cool.
Not picky.
Just fun times.
Just food in general.
Everything.
Yeah. Natural, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like carrots.
Well, I'm here. I have a problem with my favorite food.
We're saying this is Eaters Anonymous, so hi, I'm Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Okay, so I'll be teaching you guys how to be your own nutritionist today. And you made a great choice attending this webinar, or this workshop. And, oh, hi, come on in. Fantastic. You made a good choice attending this because you're going to learn a whole bunch of stuff that you can apply for the rest of your life. And my mission is to help 100,000 women and men to reach their goal of becoming holistic. Alright, so again, my name is Ashley Morgan, and just to give you some credentials so you know I'm not just some random person from the street, I'm a holistic nutritionist, a certified personal trainer through ISSA. I went to school and studied human nutrition at Cal Poly Pomona, and I'm currently earning my master's in holistic sports nutrition from the College of Natural Health. I used to play in the LFL. I was a running back. I am a women's weight loss specialist right here in Rancho Cucamonga. My studio is off of Archibald and Baseline, if you guys want to come on out. I'm a UCR extension program instructor. I teach a food as medicine course over there actually this April. I'm a biohacker, which means I like to find easy cheats to feel really, really good and perform well. And I'm a big foodie. And today I'm going to teach you the basics of holistic nutrition. But before we start, I want you to turn off your phones and get rid of all distractions. Seriously.
Awesome.
Okay, today we'll learn what holistic nutrition is, the 7 health factors that affect your health, and we'll learn how to create your perfect meal plan. So get your notes out. I'm really passionate about this because I wasn't always very happy and healthy and confident. I actually used to be pretty unhealthy. I came from a very poor family, and we couldn't afford good food. My family's idea of a balanced diet looked like this. I wanted to be a runner when I was in high school, and I tried out for the cross-country team, and I didn't make the team because I was too thin to compete. I was like 75 pounds at 14. Oh, so I decided I was going to try to gain weight so that I could compete and do well. But my family didn't have enough money to buy good food. So I started, ironically, selling candy at school so that I could buy healthier food. I learned about farmers markets, which are awesome for finding really, really great prices on healthy, whole, organic foods. And I started eating better, and my whole life changed. I got a running scholarship to go to Cal Poly, and here I am, passionate about nutrition, helping other people learn the same principles and improve their lives as well. So who's interested in learning how to do this for themselves? All of you? Yeah. Awesome. All right, so we'll start with the definition of holistic nutrition. We'll break it down into the 2 words. Holistic is understanding that the body is a whole integrated system, not a bunch of parts. In Western society, we believe that for a headache, you take aspirin. For a, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. For many things, we just take a pill for this and a pill for that. Like if you're mentally ill, you take like antidepressants and stuff like that. We don't realize that by taking one thing, it affects the entire body. The aspirin doesn't go just to your head, it goes to your entire system. And nutrition is the study of foods and how they affect the body. So holistic nutrition is the study and practice of using whole foods in a natural state to nourish the entire human organism. This is one of my clients. Her name is Paige Oldham, and she recently participated in a challenge I had, just proof in the pudding that changing your diet alone works. She had actually worked out with me for like 2 months with no changes. She had just kind of been like, working out, kind of seeing a difference, but not really. And then I was like, Paige, let's really look at your diet. Let's really start changing things. And she was like, all right, let's do it. All we did was change some of the food she was eating, she wasn't eating bad, she was eating a lot of like packaged lean cuisine type stuff. We changed her from that to a holistic diet, and within 30 days she actually lost about 15 pounds. So just showing you that it does work really, really well. So, are you guys ready to learn the 7 factors of holistic nutrition? Let's do it. And how are we doing on time there? We're good? Okay, cool. Okay, so the 7 factors are calories, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals, enzymes, and toxins. Cognitive overload. So let's break it down a little bit. Calories, very simply, are actually not tangible items. All a calorie is a unit of energy. So when people are like, I'm scared of calories, don't be, because all it is a unit of energy. Calories are stored in the form of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Okay? And we expend, like we're constantly expending calories. If you're warm, which all of you are, that means that you're actually burning or expending calories, spending energy. Okay? Carbohydrates. Do you guys know what carbohydrates are? Anybody? Say anything.
Bread and stuff like that?
Yeah, bread and stuff like that. Potatoes, yeah. Cool. Any other ideas?
They say there's good carbs and bad carbs, like fatty carbs and I don't know.
Okay, yeah. And anybody else? Any others? Okay, cool. So yes, carbohydrates are starches and breads, rice, fruit, things like that. Candies fall into the category of carbohydrates as well. But what carbohydrates actually are chains of sugar molecules or glucose molecules. And you mentioned that there are good carbs and bad carbs. We'll kind of go into that a little bit more, but there are simple and complex carbs. Complex carbs are long chains of sugars, so they require more energy for your body to break them down. Therefore, they're digested more slowly, and they're said to have a less drastic spike in your insulin levels and stuff like that. Where simple carbohydrates are shorter chains of sugar molecules, so your body breaks them down fast. They have that quick spike, and then you're done. The reason why those are classified as bad is because when you have a lot of sugar put into your blood all at once, you have an insulin response to keep your blood sugar down. And what happens to carbohydrates is it's either used up as energy, or it's stored in your liver as glycogen, or it's stored as fat, or it's converted to fat. So those are kind of the 3 pathways for that. So that's why people are like, oh, carbs are the enemy. Too many carbs are the enemy. The right amount of carbs is okay, and everyone has a different right amount of carbs, and we'll go over that. Fats. Fats are really, really cool. Who knows what fats are? Oil, avocado, salmon. What's an example of like a healthy fat?
Avocado.
Yeah, avocado. Other ones?
Is there too much avocado?
Yeah.
Can you eat too much?
You can have too much of anything. Yeah. So fats. So fats are just a different kind of molecule. It's a triglyceride it's a glycerin backbone with a triglyceride attached to it, which you don't really care about. All you care about is if it makes you fat. So fats are considered more fattening because they are more dense in calories. So a gram of fat has 9 calories in it versus a gram of carbohydrate or a gram of protein, which has 4 calories in it. So it is higher in calories per gram. However, fats are really important for a lot of things like hormone function and just keeping your skin healthy, giving you the feeling of fullness, and other things with your brain as well. There are lots of different kinds of fats. In Western society, we eat a lot of omega-6 fatty acids, which are found in a lot of vegetable oils, nuts, peanuts, soy, and like wheat. So it's not that those are bad, but we eat so much of them that it overpowers our omega-3 fatty acid intake. So I'm sure you guys have all heard omega-3 fatty acids are good. The truth is, omega-3 fatty acids are just as good as omega-6 fatty acids, but they have to be in the right ratios. So we need to eat more omega-3s and supplement omega-3s because typically our omega-6 intake is so much. Any questions about that? No. Did that make any sense? Okay, cool. Proteins. Anyone know what proteins are? Or foods that are high in proteins?
Chicken.
Turkey,
Eggs.
eggs, beans, yes. Beans is kind of a combo food, but we'll talk about that. Any others? Cool. So proteins are chains of amino acids. Amino acids are the stuff that our bodies are made out of. So like our skin and hair and nails and stuff like that are all made up of proteins. So they're really, really important for repairing and restoring our cells and all that kind of stuff. Proteins are not a good source of energy. A lot of times people will be like, I'm going on this diet. It's really high energy. It's really high protein. And people are like, I'm going to have tons and tons of protein. I'm going to be great. No, because proteins are meant to repair and rebuild. Yes, they do have calories in them, but the calories from protein have negative side effects. They can make you feel crappy and grumpy. So you should focus on getting your energy from fats or carbohydrates depending on how your metabolism works. Typically, younger people or really, really active people function pretty well off of getting a lot of carbohydrates in their diet, and people who are a little older, have been through a lot of dieting, or have sedentary lives operate better off of a high-fat diet. And really, it's just kind of like a trial and error process to figure out which diet works better for you. Proteins, the average person needs about 1 gram per pound of lean body mass, or 1 gram per pound of your total body weight minus about 20, roughly. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Cool. Easy to follow. Sweet. Vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are kind of like the little helpers of digestion and all that kind of stuff. They also are what determine nutrient density. Have you guys ever heard that word before? Mm-hmm. Cool. Nutrient density is the ratio of calories in relation to the amount of vitamins and minerals a food has. So for example, 1 fruit roll-up has the same amount of calories as 1 apple. Which one's healthier? Why is the apple healthier? They have the same amount of calories, the exact same macronutrient profile, so they have the same amount of carbohydrates, same amount of fat, same amount of protein, but one is healthier than the other, and we know this. Why do we know this?
Sure.
Vitamins.
Right, exactly.
Wait.
So the reason the apple is healthier is because it's higher in vitamins and minerals, and it also has some other good stuff in it too, but basically it's higher in vitamins and minerals and in relation to its caloric amount. So when you eat a fruit roll-up, all you're getting is sugar and trace amounts of fat and protein. Whereas when you eat an apple, you're getting sugar, you're also getting vitamin C, vitamin A, phytochemicals, insoluble fiber. So one has a lot more benefit, so you get a lot more bang for your calorie buck. So in general, you want to try to choose foods that are more nutrient dense than not. For example, that stuff we have on the table. Very, very nutrient dense stuff. Also, that's why veggies are so good for you, because they're extremely low calorie, extremely high vitamin and mineral content, so they're considered extremely nutrient dense. Okay? Enzymes. If I were a DJ, I would want to be called DJ Enzyme, because I break it down. So enzymes are responsible. Enzymes are responsible for breaking down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Okay? So we can live without enzymes, but it would be a shitty life, because we would have indigestion, and if you experience a lot of bloating, if you experience just issues with certain foods, it's because you don't have the proper enzymes to break those things down. So has anyone heard of lactose intolerance?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lactose intolerance is the inability to produce lactase, which is the enzyme that breaks down lactose. So if you lack certain enzymes, then you don't digest things very well. Toxins. Toxins sound really scary and bad, and that word is thrown around a lot. I'm sure you've heard of detox diets, or really health guru people. They're like, toxins, 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 but nobody really says what the heck a toxin is. Toxins are just things that our bodies don't tolerate very well, and everything has a certain amount of toxins in it, even really healthy stuff. And how toxins are dealt with in the body is they're filtered through the liver. If our liver is overloaded with toxins, then we actually store them in fat cells. And I have this theory. Have you noticed how today people will be overweight, but they'll store weight in strange places? Like, have you seen someone who has just a really unfortunate disproportionate build, like very thin legs and a very heavy upper body? I believe the reason for that is because we consume toxins that our body can't tolerate, and we're putting that toxin load in fat cells in places in our bodies that can't be expelled. Because you didn't see that type of weight gain 50, 60, 70 years ago when we didn't have such a processed diet. So that's totally theory, it's totally anecdotal, but I think it means to me that we need to watch the amount of toxins that we get in our diet. So how do we reduce the amount of toxins we have in our diet? Reduce the amount of processed food you eat. This is why I'm so passionate about holistic living and eating whole foods and all that kind of stuff, because most of our foods are high in 3 things: corn, wheat, and soy. There's nothing wrong with corn, wheat, and soy unless you're eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner of every single day, and you're getting it from the same farms every single day. Because if you're getting one food from the same place all the time, you're getting 1 or 2 types of toxins all the time, and you get buildup in your body, which stores in your fat cells, and so your body is resistant to losing fat because it's trying to protect itself from those toxins. So has anyone lost like a lot of weight for an event or like in a short amount of time? Ever? That's okay. But for a lot of people, like I work with people who have lost like 100 pounds in a fairly short amount of time. And during that time, they feel really crappy. They feel sick, feverish, they'll break out, all this stuff. And the reason for that is because they're expelling toxins and it's getting their blood, their liver's having to deal with it and all that kind of stuff. So that's the 7th component. Watch your toxin intake. So now that you know what the 7 health factors are, now you got to figure out what to do with them. So you've got to know how many calories you need a day, what enzymes are and how they affect your body, and which ones you may be deficient in, which ones you may need more of. The difference between good carbs and bad carbs, which we kind of went over right now. Best sources of protein for you. Some things may give you inflammation, some things may not. What's the difference between saturated fat, monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, and trans fat? What foods are toxic specifically to you? And what vitamins and minerals enhance your metabolism? How much do you need? Do you need supplements? So there's a lot of information, things that take years and years of studying nutrition to figure out. No lie though, you can figure all this stuff out. It's all on the internet, 100% free. If you wanted to take a screenshot of this, you could figure out your diet, no problemo. So I want to ask you a question. How long have you struggled with your body and your health? Do you want to change your life with nutrition? I created a 15-day nutrition guide that can help you become your own holistic nutritionist on a tight budget and help you figure all this stuff out. I'll walk you through each step of the 7 essential health factors and teach you exactly what foods are appropriate for your body. I also provide you with a practical, no-fuss, proven strategy to create a specific, appropriate meal plan for yourself. And this is the same strategy that I use with my in-studio clients that totally works. And since you guys are close to me, you could come to my studio too. I've given this presentation over webinars to like people abroad. This is Terry. She's one of my recent 15-day challenge winners. She's on my website right now. She's lost a total of 20 pounds and she feels really, really great. She's active, she's running 5Ks and stuff like that, and prior to doing the challenge, she was kind of, doing the general healthy stuff. She's like, I'm watching my weight, I'm eating lean cuisines, still not losing weight. As you can see, she's a little bit older, and her issue was she had carbohydrate intolerance, and she didn't realize it. So we just switched up her diet, we put her on something called a ketogenic plan, weight came off like nothing, and now she's feeling really good. So here's what's all included. You get the Badass Training 15-Day Challenge Guide, the 3rd one I've written, a live in-person nutrition consultation, a food logging video tutorial, a low-budget grocery shopping list, and actually I could take you down with me to Red Tomato where I actually do my shopping, and access to my members-only content, as well as unlimited email support or face-to-face contact. Everything included has a value of $812, but the challenge is only $199. And I do have a money-back guarantee. So if you do the challenge, you're like, it sucked, didn't see results, as long as you provide me with your food log and you do the workout plan, then I will refund you your money. And don't click there. And if you do sign up with me today, I will give you guys a $99 deal. Your cycle would actually begin February, whatever the first Monday of February is, would be the first day of your 15-day challenge. So I urge you guys to come out. If it's not for you, I do have a free boot camp on Saturdays up at Chaffey College at 10 a.m. Super fun. These two have been there. They really liked it. And I do have a lot of free content online too. I blog almost daily. If you're on my Facebook page, I post stuff constantly. Hopefully you can see my passion through the presentation. And for those of you who came in for the sales pitch, I hope that was awesome. So yeah, that was the presentation. You're welcome. Thank you. Here are some flyers too for the 15-day challenge if you guys want to pass those around. Any other questions?